so now we're gonna go ahead and tighten this dude up. Yeah, I had to get the grease gun out of the cab, and this has always been a constant battle. All right, so I can make it to the garage, I'm just gonna leave this off, or leave it loose, because it'll probably, by the time I get to the garage, it'll probably be slack. Okay, so she's in the garage now, and just that short distance, I thought I'd show you guys this. Here's the problem. It was tight, just that short little run. Now she's as sloppy as all get out again. So definitely a major issue with this extender here. Again, what you saw here, where you normally end up putting a grease zerk, where your grease zerk's at for your connector. If we take a look at this, I'll pull this dude out. Here's it right here. So, kind of give you an idea. Got to figure this thing doesn't have any grease in it, so it's not extending anything. But still, well, it's a little off, but normally it sits about right in here. So this ought to be interesting. It's my first time doing this on an excavator. So, and it's the other reason why I want to make sure I do a video on it. For those of you who end up having to go through the same headache that I'm having to go through, there's not any kind of real excavator company around where I live. I live out in a rural area, far away. So most of my maintenance, or most of the things I do, I've got to do either on my own, or I have to disassemble it and possibly take it off somewhere and have something done, or ship it off, or whatever the case may be. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. So, but again, you can see the tracks. The track's all saggy again. It's not even tight. So again, that was only about maybe 60 feet from where it was parked to inside the garage. And I think that when you end up making the turns and what have you, and you put a lot of pressure on your tracks due to the weight of the machine, it's just squirting out grease. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do a major cleanup in here. There's probably more grease. I probably got about 6 tubes of grease in here somewhere. So yeah, what a pain in the butt that is. So next thing is, I've got to come over here to my hammer. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, so this thing, I don't have such a long extension, because I've got to pivot this back over here, and lift up on this one side so I can roll the tracks off. And yeah, it shouldn't take too long to get that taken care of, since it's already bleeding down already. So, but anyway, as the saga continues, I'll be back on shortly. Bye. All right. Well, unfortunately, my normal camera is going on the blitz, so I'm having to use my cell phone camera. Good. So she's off. Now then, this wheel, like I say, sometimes they can be a real hassle from what I've seen. And other times they can be pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. So, yeah, apparently there's a lot of leakage there. This rollers good. All right. So that was easier than I anticipated. Now we got to do is take off the wheel. Here's the unit here. Kind of give you a comparison, and that's been retracted, so that's just right. So next is go ahead and take these bolts off on both sides. Change out this wheel onto here, and hey, we'll be in good shape. And that shouldn't take too long. All I got to do is get out the impact wrench. All right, so I had to get an offset wrench on that one, so we'll go ahead and that's 16 millimeter bolts, bolt heads. So we'll go ahead and break this loose. Wouldn't you know it? Damn spring. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Let's see if I can get the socket on that. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't that tight, so I can probably use impact on it. Tap that on. Yeah, it's crap. It's that spring. That'll make it very convenient. Alright, clean off the ends. Sure it sits flush. Like for like. You also notice that you got a cradle in there. So I'm making it like for like to put the making sure that cradle's in the same position. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on that. Blue, not red, but blue. Kind of help hold it in. Get that one lined up. I know we'll go pretty on the threads. Line it off a little bit. All right, something like there. Not much, just a little. Got it lined up a little bit. All right. All right. Yeah, that's not yeah, well, I don't need much room with that spring there. Not going. Let me loosen that other one a little bit more.
No, I'm gonna move that. That's right there. It's lined up. Look at these. All right. All right. Now we'll do that. Now do the wrench on that one. All right. All right. Again, 16 millimeter. Let me go. Regular pounding wrench.
Quite get the gist of that, but why it ends up being so close to that spring. Yeah, because that bolt head is rubbing right on that spring. Once I get it below it, close to it, I should be able to put the socket on and use the impact on it. So overall, it's not too complicated, pretty straightforward. Of course, you can see sweat just dripping right off of it. Yeah, it's kind of humid here in Arkansas right now. Doesn't want to play. Yeah, I just have to wrench it on there. Alright. It's got lock washers, what have you. Okay, wheel rolls good. No issues there. Alright, all we gotta do is drop her back in. Before I do, I want to take a look inside that cavity. No, it looks all right. I guess it just was leaking by somehow. All right. Not much to it, it's just a crate. Yeah, it just sits in that little socket, or is all it does. All right. And we'll drop that dude right on back up in there. Again, making sure the valve is facing out for that hole. Pretty well self-aligns itself. All right. And hope that this replacement helps out big time. All right. Fire up. Set on the ground. Okay. And after I roll it, a little shot, a couple more shots. Yep, I don't even need another shot. Perfect. All on the rollers, everything looks good. All I gotta do is put my inspection cover back on and give her a test drive.